All right, guys, this is day one of the boat makeover. Today we're gonna get the lids off and hopefully we can get everything taken apart and get them inside. That way we can start stripping the carpet off of them and see what we can do about strengthening these lids up, cause some of them are spongy. These ones in the front is not too bad, but the ones in the back, they're kind of soft. So we're gonna see if we can do something about that. So let's get these lids off and get that started. I'm gonna start by trying to get this lift arm off. All you got to do is, it's a little clip here that's holding the lift arm to this little ball that's connected to the lid. Just get your small screwdriver. I mean, you don't have to pop it all the way off, but you can kind of pull it back and it should pop off like that. So basically we're just going to get our drill with a long bit on it. And hopefully these screws come out. I have fixed this lid before, so it shouldn't be too bad about getting off here. All right, guys, well, at least we got the lids off back inside. Now we can work on them. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the locks here for to sit flat on top of my work table. To remove these locks, it's got a little nut on it, like to lock it down to the actual lid top. So you just screw that little locking nut off, and they should just pop right out of there. It's got a little O-ring here on the front side of it, so we're just going to put all this back together before we can keep up with it. So the next thing we got to do, we got to get these hinges off here, and these hinges are riveted on there, so we got to get the drill and drill the top of these rivets out to get these lids, these latches off of here. So let's get a drill together. Hopefully these drill bits are some kind of good. They look cheap, but if I have to, I'll dig out my good bits and we'll go at it that way. So you guys come a little closer before we can see how we're gonna drill these out. Yeah, I wish Ranger would have came with some kind of screws or something to hold these in there, because this is going to be a headache. I got 9 other lids, well 8 other lids, this is including 9 here, that I got to drill out all these rivets out. And I did go ahead and give a generic number to the actual lid. That's the way I'm going to keep up with the hinges to go to the same lids. That way, like I said, if you take something loose, you need to put it back where you get it, but that's my only way to keep up with that. So let's see if we can drill these out without any problem. That wasn't too bad. There's no reason to be in a hurry with this. Once you get through there, just stop, because you don't want to wallow out that hole that these rivets sit in. Well, that other rivet wasn't even in there good. It was already broke off. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Thank God. But we're gonna get our little tape here. And we are gonna keep these hinges together. I don't think it's gonna make too big of a deal, but I don't want to get to a point where it does make a deal and I don't have it together. So we're just gonna wrap a piece of tape around that. I got this lid number 1, so we're just gonna put a number 1 on here, just trying to keep up with it. But I do notice that the bottom half of those rivets are down in some of these holes. So just try to push them on down in there, that way to get out of your way. Some of them you might have to hit it with the drill bit a little bit, but like this one right here, I just want to push that in there. I don't want to try to make that hole any bigger, because these rivets, I think they are 3/16 rivets, and the next size up is a 1/4. So you know, that's a kind of a big jump, so you don't want to have to wallow these holes out to put a bigger rivet in it, because I had to do that on one of these lids. I fixed one of these lids before. I had to put a bigger rivet in it. So we got that done. Now we want to move on after I get some of these shavings off of here. Let's see if we can get some of this carpet off of here. That's my biggest thing, this carpet. How to get this carpet off. Like I said, most of my lids are not peeling, so we're going to try to find a corner that we can get to, I guess. I don't know. Just to get these started. Okay. I don't think it's going to be too terribly hard, because like I said, this glue been on there for 15 years, so but we don't want to try to tear them up, just, you know, just cut them all kind of different ways. We want to try to save them if we got to use them as pattern for the new carpet coming on there. So we're going to try to get all these corners and this bottom piece up, because I can feel that right there. That's on there pretty tough. So let's see if we can get all the corners up. That's a lot easier than it is. So if I take this. Alright, see what gets outside of here. Like I said, I'm learning as I go, so it looks like it's a easy deal if I just go down with these pliers and grab it and pull up on it. Yeah, that went a lot easier. That saved my fingertips also. Let's see if we can strip it off now. Like I said, I'm trying not to rip it too terribly bad. So this is the point where you want to take your time. All right, there's no turning back now. Yeah, I can see right now I'm gonna have to put some gloves on because my hands are gonna be raw after messing around with this, and this is just the first lid. Got 8 more to go. I can see some chartreuse dye. What lid is this? This is one of my back lids. My fishing partner spilled some chartreuse dye. I don't see it on the front, but I can see it on the bottom. Starting to tell its tale. All right, well, there she goes. That's number one. Like you can see, it still got plenty of residual stuff on the bottom of it. And as you can tell, this lid is real spongy. More than what it was before I took the carpet off. I'm just trying to see what it's made out of. I see some kind of foam inside here. Looks like it's sandwiched with fiberglass. So I think what I'm gonna do on top of this is gonna work out well to strengthen this back up. So let me get a scraper and see how easy or how hard this scrapes. This is a 71 tool. Just curious what this smaller one will do. My sander and hit this a little bit to get all the little pieces off of it here. And it's a good thing to have a trash can. I got my trash can at the end of this table. So after every scrape and every time you got something on here, you can just push it into the trash can. Keep your workspace somewhat clean. It's not that bad at all in the inside, but you do want that to be smooth also, for the new carpet will stick without sitting on old glue. So you want to clean this out well more than any of it, really, because when it folds over, it's got a little lip that it's gonna hold on to. All right, guys, I got my brand new DeWalt sander just for this job. We're just gonna see if it'll smooth it out a little bit to give us a better little surface here. I mean, it don't have to be perfect. I just basically want to try out this new sander. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Like I said, I just didn't want to do too much to it. It need a little bite on top of it for the new fiberglass to adhere to it. Oh, that's just so spongy. All right, guys, I'm gonna work on trying to get this glue off the inside of here, and I'm gonna get the rest of the lids off, all the carpet off of them and the locks off of them, and we'll come back and we'll see what we're gonna do about this fiberglass. All right, guys, we finally got the lids fiberglass last night. They almost cured. I mean, they still got a little some tackiness on the sides here. See if I can show you this. As you can see, that is, you know, awful hard, and hopefully it's only going to get harder and harder as it cures more and more. But it's good enough for me to go ahead and start cutting the padding that I'm gonna put up under the carpet. So I'm gonna keep moving here, trying to get things done as quick as possible. So like I said, these are good enough for me to handle, so I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting the actual padding that's gonna go on. And one of these, I don't know what you call these, but it's a box cutter, but you can push the blade out and just make sure I get in the shot here. I can run that blade right down the side of this lid. So that's works out pretty good. I'm just gonna make sure I put it on there kind of heavy, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Instead of worrying about trying to spread it out so much, just get a good heavy coat on there, because I don't want to stick this down and some of it sticks and the other part doesn't. Like I said, I never worked with this stuff before, so I'm learning as I go here. I'm doing it for you guys. Don't mess it up. Especially around that where the lock goes. I'm gonna need it to stick very well right there. Especially around the edges. I guess you want to put enough on there to make it look like it's wet, like it's gonna start running or something. All right, I ain't gonna mess with it too much. And like that, this lid, this plastic foam here just doesn't feel tacky at all. I think some of it absorbed in the actual foam itself. Or I just didn't put enough on there. I really don't know. But I'm gonna make sure there's enough on there this time. because this helps me figure out what I need to do before I get to the boat itself, because we don't want the carpet coming up on the boat. Okay, I think we got enough on it that time. So hopefully that'll do the trick. All right, guys, we got the second coat on there. It's been 20 minutes. As you can see here, it's still got some on it that's kind of wet, but it's so tacky now. Like I said, it's only 60 degrees, maybe 58, 59 degrees in here. So once I get everything put together, I will, turn on my heater, and hopefully overnight this place will get up, at least to 65, 70 degrees in here. So we're going to go ahead and try to put them together and see what we come up with. I don't want to do it again, but this is where we at. So like I said, I'm going to put these 3 little bamboo sticks here. Then I'm going to get my pad and I'm going to put it upside down here. And I'm going to try to line this up the best I can. I mean, if it has some overhang, we can always come back and trim that. That's not a big deal. But we want to try to get it in the best position that it can be. It looks like this foam has expanded too, so because it's going way over, and I had these cut exactly, so I guess it's doing some kind of chemical reaction with that contact cement. So like I said, we're gonna get one little part stuck down here. Yeah, that's super tight there. That's sticking to my poles there. So like I said, I just want to start working my way over. Putting down some pressure, trying to get it to go flat, which I don't think it's going to have any problem with that. Get my pole out the way here. Like I said, that's stuck down pretty good, and I don't think that's coming off. Not this time. So what I do is I'm gonna do that one, and I'm gonna put them on top of each other to give it some little pressure on it. I might find some kind of something that weighs a little bit and put it on there. That way it'll go ahead and press it down on there more than it is. Almost a quarter of inch longer now that this padding has expanded. So I'm trying to make sure I get 2 two sides the right way. Two sides line it up, you know, for it won't be too much trimming. Okay. So I feel good about that. So I just want to start in the middle. I just want to just get a place where it sticks. Pull that back. Take the little rods out the way. Just go back and forth, laying it down, trying to keep it straight without any wrinkles in it. Put some pressure on it. And now you want to do the same thing on this side. As you can see, those sticks on there stick pretty good too. So you just want to go back and forth here. Okay. So now I'm just making sure all the surfaces are contacted together, put the pressure on it, go around the lock area here. And like I said, this is not 100% straight, you know. Like I said, I probably have to, depending on what it looks like, I'm gonna have to probably cut some more off around here, but I'll do that detail work when it's get ready to put that carpet on there. And like I said, I got these two sides lined up pretty good, and the top one here, but the this side is, like I said, about 1/4 inch long, and the back side is about 1/4 inch long. That's how much is that had expended. So keep that in mind when you get to the boat part. That's what I gotta. I mean, I can't. I don't think I can anyway. I don't think I can just bet it's gonna expand. I need to cut it to the right length. Then if it expands, I have to cut it again. But that's okay. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I wanted to come back and make sure I showed you guys just the quicker process. You know, as I did more and more, and I felt more and more comfortable about doing it, and the best way to do it for me. I know some people that's probably done this 100 times, and they like, oh man, why you do it that way? You don't supposed to do it that way. This is my first time, and this is the way I did it. So don't kill me in the comments. I'm just trying to help out. All right, that's it. Like I said, I just want to come back. We'll see you in the morning when we start putting the carpet on. All right, guys, we finally made some space in here to be able to get this carpet in here. So this carpet, like I said, is 20-ounce carpet, and I got it in a 8-foot wide piece because it only comes in 8 or 6 feet. So 6 feet, my boat is wider than 6 feet at this widest point. So I didn't want any kind of seams in it, so that's why I went with the 8-foot wide piece. That way I don't have any seams in it. But like I said, this carpet I've been had, like I said, about 10 months, and it's kind of wrinkled in the middle. But we're gonna cut these pieces a little bit long anyway. Then I'll probably have to get my steam machine or something, try to get those wrinkles out of each piece. That way, you know, we can do that down the line. But right now, I just getting the old piece of carpet that came off the lids, and I just want to, because we got to put this padding up under this carpet. So that padding is 3/8. So if this carpet is exact, I want to probably put another. I hate to trim too much of it off, but I hate to be short too. So if I be short, that means we got to waste more carpet. And I think I got enough carpet because it's 8 feet wide and it's 30 feet long. I made sure I tried to get it, you know, good 4, 5, 6 feet too long for I have excess if I mess up. But we're gonna try to put an extra, I say, 1/2 inch on what we got here. No, let's go with 1 inch. That way I know I should have enough. I'm happy with that. I think I got a, you know, maybe 1.5 inches all the way around. So I got a little white marker here. It'll mark on this black background here. You can see it real good. So like I said, we already at this corner here. I am just gonna outline, but this outline is not gonna be a great reference. It's just a visual point for I can see exactly where these cuts at on the old carpet here. Just a reference. Then on this side, I want to come off of it. I'm just going to give myself 1.5 inches. That way I know I got enough. 1.5 inches that way. Especially with this carpet not being flat. It's got those wrinkles in it. Okay. So I got all 4 corners marked. So I'm just gonna join these lines here for I have a reference to cutting. Extend this line out a little bit here. Extend this line to this line for we have a good square on the end. And I'm going to see if my little cutting tool will cut this carpet. I'm pretty sure it will. I don't think that's going to be a problem. The carpet do get stuck down in there. And please do not turn that on if you got your hand anywhere near it. So I'm going to cut this side here. And this blade is probably a little dull from cutting that fiberglass. But I do have replacement blades if it gets down to that point. Okay, that is our first piece of carpet cut roughly. Like I said, I'm gonna get my tape here if I can put a number on it, reference number that goes to that lid and to that other piece of used carpet there. That way I can keep up with which one goes where without having to try to get all the lids together. That's number 2. That was number 2. So we can put those 2 together and move over to another piece. Let me grab another piece of. The most important part of this, I just forgot about it, and I looked at it a second ago before I put this carpet in that's down here, is the direction that this carpet is going to go on the lids. Because if you can see the lines in this this carpet, it's going this way down, up and down this carpet. So I want all the lids with the same direction of this carpet. And I just remembered about that. So let's rethink this. This lid number 1. Let me go find lid number 1. This is lid number 1. Okay, let me think about what lid number 1 is. Lid number 1 is one of the back side compartments. So when this carpet was on this lid, it was on there like that. And the lines of this carpet is going sideways. So basically, the lines of that is going that direction. See, we would have messed that up. I don't know if I messed the first one up or not. So that's the back part. These lines in this one is going that way, and it's going the same direction here. So I didn't mess this one up. It's going the same way. So we good on that one. Man, I'm glad I thought about that. I need to put me a note somewhere so I can remember that, because I would have messed this one up if I would have cut it. So let's redo this one. Yeah, that's how quickly that can go awry, cause like I said, once you get the carpets changed in different directions, it's gonna look different on your boat. So please remember that. I'm glad I caught it, but remember that. Message.